right, welcome. We'll get started in a little bit, see if a few more takers show up. What's happening, Drew? We're gonna just stall just another couple more minutes to see if we get some more takers for today. I don't think you heard that. Hey, what's up, Drew? We're gonna just stall a little bit, see if we can get some more takers here. All right, we'll stall another minute or two, and then we're going to get started with the greatest show on earth right here. Other than the circus, this is the greatest show on earth. All right, you guys. We got a packed house today. Packed. What's up, Drew? And this is you, Lee. Are you going to do some time? If you are, please come on camera so we can see you. Hey,
hi.
How do you say your name?
It's we. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we. It's we Lei. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm speaking softly because it's 2 a.m. over here. So.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Vietnam.
Vietnam. Damn, that's awesome. How is it there today?
We're still coming out of quarantine, so it's it's on and off. I've been home for like 4 months, I guess. Mà thư sự tell. Yeah.
All right, this is our big whopping show. You're going to do some time today, we?
Yeah. I mean, like
all right,
time,
you're going
not
to be
like
our first.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to do some
like jail.
Yeah.
Not jail time.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I don't want to disappoint my parents, but anyway.
You can go 4 minutes today. I'm going to actually get started here in just a second. All right, 4 minutes today at the 3-minute mark since it's your first time here. First of all, welcome on behalf of Greg Dean and everybody. I want to welcome you here. We are streaming live, so there are people all over the world watching, or there's people all over the world not watching. I'm not exactly sure. So when we do 3 minutes, at 3 minutes, I'm going to hold this up. 1 minute left. After that, I'm going to hold this up. That's your time. Obviously, we don't have a huge show today, so it's not that big a deal if you go over time. I'm not going to freak out at you. But if it goes on and on and on, then at that point, I'll fade the music up like it is the Oscars.
Sure.
Right. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Greeks and Romans, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I'm just glad you're here today, spending some time with us. We can all join each other and not spread COVID because we all are online. My name's Kevin Comstock. I'm the host. Be sure to check out our website. Just look up stand-up comedy, Greg Dean stand-up comedy on Google. You can get everything you need out of there. We got classes and workshops all coming up. This is so exciting. We've got a performer today from Vietnam. I think you're our first performer from Vietnam.
Ooh.
That's like incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is the personal assistant for Ben Affleck. He discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun, and he has 7 toes on each foot. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from Vietnam. It's we!
Okay, hi. So pardon me for speaking so softly. I am from Vietnam and it's 2 a.m. over here, so my parents are asleep. And cultural difference, if you still live with your parents in Vietnam, that means you've made it. Thank you for tuning in for the Minority Report. My name is Uy Lê, and I am a stand-up comedian from Vietnam. I am Vietnamese. So I'm basically here for representation, and I haven't performed in English for a while. That's why I signed up for an English open mic, because I used to love doing English comedy because it brings me joy. But now I do more Vietnamese comedy because it brings me money. And I'm not like, typical comedians. Most people have told me, most of my comedian friend have told me that I'm not like typical comedians because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and I still have a future. So my name is Uy, and it's pronounced like yes in French, oui, And that's what I usually say to make it easier for white people. And it's also a way for me to pay tribute to my colonial roots. Might need a history lesson to get that one. My name is Uy, and I want you to get it right because Asian names are very important to us. It's usually attached to a meaning or a value that you will grow up never to achieve. So in Vietnamese, my name means power. Yeah, so my parents have a great sense of humor. And not just my name, but they kind of came up with a plan to name every children of the family so that it sounds like a propaganda slogan. Because if you put all the names of my family together, my father, my mother, and my brothers and sisters together, you will get a meaningful sentence that says, to rule a precious nation with long-lasting intelligence and power. So you know how hard it is to be part of the Lê family, the legacy, if you will, especially for my brother whose name is Long Lasting. And growing up, I was so jealous of the other kids who had uglier names. The kids who grew up in the rural areas. In the rural areas in Vietnam, a lot of kids are named something really ugly, like shit. There are kids who name shit. And that's because they are afraid of a superstition that if you name your children something beautiful, the angels are going to take them away. And by angels, I mean malaria. And it's so hard to be positive at this time. I mean, it's not that hard to be positive, but I used to get bullied for my name. I think And they used to call me Mr. Power as they beat me to the ground. But when I grew up, I think they found other things that they find funny, like my face. My eyes are basically one-liners. And my face are like the perfect punchline for them. But one fact, I came out last year, thank you for your supportive silence, as gay, not as an atheist, because science. I came out on YouTube, and that video have like 500,000 views now. That sounds brave, but consider this. I preferred coming out to 500,000 random people to 2 people who lived with me for the last 20-ish years. It's tough. Talk about trust issues, but I think it was obvious for my parents because I had all the signs of being an LGBT person. I went to the University of Arts and Design. I love Mariah Carey and I respect women. But my family is cool with it. My parents are kind, loving, just casually racist. And we're a kissing family. I used to kiss my mom and dad before going to school, but now I still kiss my mom and dad before going to work. But we're adults now, so we're keeping it casual, just a peck on the cheek, tip up the lips, no tongue, because we save that for Christmas. So that's my time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen from Vietnam, we give him a round of applause. Thanks for sharing with us. That was really cool.
Thank you.
We got Alan with us. Alan, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Kevin. How about you?
I'm doing good. Did you want to perform today?
Yeah, I just worked on some stuff last night with Greg. So
no problem. I'm going to hit Drew, and then you'll close out our show.
Okay.
This is exciting. This is so exciting. I love it. Check it out. This guy served as the police chief of Los Angeles. He plays bass in a Somalian cover band, and he makes homemade caramel kettle corn. Ladies and gentlemen, from New York, Drew Beekler.
Thank you. That was awesome. I'd like to thank Wee for bringing us a ASMR stand-ups set. That's very nice. ASMR is a weird thing. I feel like some people say that they like to listen to it. ASMR is where people talk very lightly into a microphone, if you don't know. And I think it's kind of weird that some people find that relaxing, because every time I've ever heard an ASMR thing, I'm just like, speak up. I need to know what you're saying. And you're not saying it's bothersome. And I need you to speak up. It's actually why I stopped watching the Flash TV show. I realized that one of the characters only talks in whisper screams. And to be serious, and I can't not hear it. And now I just can't watch this show. Anyway, that's a little side thing. But I was walking through a thing and I saw like a street fair. I saw someone that was a pro-abortion, like pro-choice kind of thing. And I'm all for pro-choice and all that kind of stuff. I just don't think the slogan, "I am abortion as fuck," is the way that you should be doing that. It seems a little jokey for how serious that whole thing is. Like I said, I'm for abortion. I'm for the idea of choice and all that stuff. I just don't think you should be jazzed about it, right? Like you shouldn't be like, yeah, go like this. Does this person just walk around and be like, you know what I like to do on a Wednesday afternoon? I go get knocked up, and the next day, abortion. That's right. I'm pretty pumped about it. Like that's ridiculous. Also, you can't say that I am abortion, because literally, like you weren't aborted. You were fine. You're cool at the end of it, right? Like that's somebody saying that I'm an abortion. You're like, no, that's not how abortion works. You wouldn't be around if you were aborted. Anyway, that's another side little thing. But growing up, I was in special ed reading and writing classes. My spelling is so bad at this point that some people are starting to deny my U.S. citizenship. They don't think it's a weird thing. I've been on many dates where they have started with this girl just like, looking at me and say, your English is pretty good for being your second language. And I'm just like, so embarrassing. I don't even know what to say. I just look back and I'm like, ooh, muchas gracias, everybody. Muchas gracias. So guapo. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know, Soy Guapo means handsome. And if there was a larger crowd, the people that knew that, I usually ask if anyone knows it. So I get a little boost. It's pretty fun. But I am a beta person. I'm a beta person for sure. I know this because I own every game that's ever been advertised to me on Instagram. They showed it to me 3 times. I'm like, fine, I guess I'll do it. You're just shoving it in my face. I'll just do it. Fine. I'll just do it. It'll be fine. I also, I got bullied into supporting a child in Africa. You guys remember the 7 cents a day can feed a starving kid in Africa, the things, they're now subscription services. That you can get. They 2 women in a subway in subway New York City approached me, asked me a question. The question was like, what are the 3 primary colors? I answered it and I nailed it. I was so pumped, and then I was locked in by accident, and I wanted to say no and leave, but I felt bad about it. I felt bad about that whole thing, and I just said, it kind of was like, oh, I gotta go to my wherever I'm going. And they were like, well, if time's the only thing that's stopping you, we'll just come along. We'll just follow you to your place. So they followed me for 12 subway stops. And I got to my location of where I was going. And they, I just didn't know what to say. I just signed up for the program. I just signed up, and I learned about myself that day. If you follow me around for about 20 minutes, I will just give you my credit card information. Because I feel embarrassed. Anyway, that's my time. You guys have been fun. See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Beekler. Yeah, Drew, I know what you're talking about with all these subscription services. I watch TV and I see all these services and I don't know who the fuck to help because I'm broke. Makes me crazy. I hate it. It's like, oh, there's a polar bear. It can't swim because it's the ice is melting. That's great, but I need some money. Okay, yeah. I need money. I want to help everybody, but I can't help myself right now. That's just how it goes. It's crazy. It's crazy. I hate those things. And then I hate the dog commercials too. It's bad enough to see the people commercials, but then they got the pet ones where you see like this freezing cold pet and it's like got an empty bowl. It's just like, dude, put down the freaking camera and go help the pet. We don't need to see it. You need to take action.
Jim Gaffigan has the best joke about those dog ones. It's great.
What does he say?
Oh, he says he goes, you ever watch the ones with Sarah McLachlan? He's like, even the dogs in that video are like, this is a little heavy-handed, Sarah.
Nice. Hey, let's keep the show rolling along because the energy's through the roof. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer, he's the mayor of Rancho Cucamonga. He makes puff pastries and he can whistle in 6 languages. Put your hands together for Mr. Alan Joyce.
Hey, how you doing, Kevin? How's everyone out there doing?
Woo.
Yeah, I hope it's a good show because I've been practicing my punchlines. I've been telling jokes to my wife's face. and all of them landed. I laughed so hard I forgot it. You know what? I think you guys out there think I just hit women. I kick them too. You know how else we're supposed to get them to do things right? Hey, no one should ever raise a hand to a woman unless it's to get them to grasp the seriousness of the situation.
Wow.
You know, we used to have man explaining. I bet they wish they had that back. I'm against domestic violence of any kind, but I think the women's shelter should do a better job of teaching these women how to keep their mouth shut.
Oh.
They treat it as a vacation instead of a teachable moment. A little bit of advice: don't marry a hard-headed woman. You know what? Let's change the subject. I hate to think how much my wife hurts me. That's all I got right now. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan, keeping it real. We just got a little picture into his relationship, and it scares the shit out of me.
I now know why he's missing a tooth there.
Hey, yeah, there you go. Hey, the best part, Kevin. Yeah. We had a little writing clinic last night, and the best part is the women came up with a bunch of those.
Oh, did they really? That's awesome. This is so exciting. Please come back next week. Let's go ahead and
got
close
it,
out
bud.
the show. Here we go. All right, that's the end of our show. It's the Greg Dean stand-up comedy
job,
Tuesday open mic. Let's have a round of applause for a round of applause for Drew, and a round of applause for Alan. Let's talk about what we learned today. We learned that if you live with your parents in Vietnam, you've made it. And we learned that we means power, and there are kids named Shit. We learned that you can bully Drew into supporting anything if you follow him long enough. And we learned about sui guapo, whatever the hell that means. And we learned about teaching women to keep their mouths shut. Okay, it's another interesting day at the Greg Dean stand-up comedy classes open mic. We hope you had fun. I'll see everybody next week. Remember, don't drink and drive unless you have a car. Bye-bye.